Hello and welcome to Vegas Ace's free course on 3-card poker. I'm your host, Heather Ferris, and on today's episode, you'll learn how a winner is determined, the details for getting paid, and how the odds vary depending on the location, which affects the overall house edge. But if you really want to know what affects houses, then any real estate agent will tell you that it's location, location, location. Once the dealer's cards have been revealed, it is now time to turn over the player's cards and compare the two to see who's won. The outcome of your future winnings depends on whether the dealer qualifies or not. If the dealer's highest card is a jack or less, then the dealer does not qualify and their hand is in play. When this happens, everyone's play wager is considered a push and no action is taken on this bet. The dealer will pat the table, just as they would if they were dealing on a blackjack game. Some casinos will ask you to perform a different hand gesture other than patting the table, so make sure you know your house rules. After the play wager gets pushed, everyone's ante will get paid 1-to-1, or even money. If the player qualifies, then the ante bonus will be paid. The last bet is the pair plus, and that will only get paid if the player has a pair or better. Now, in order for the dealer to qualify, they must get a queen or higher. If this happens, then the dealer's hand is now in play, and it is the player's goal to try to get a better poker hand ranking than the dealer. So, if the dealer qualifies and the player's hand beats the dealer's hand, then both the play and the ante wagers would get paid 1-to-1, or even money. The pair plus would get paid depending on if the player had a pair or better. If the dealer qualifies but the player's hand loses against the dealer's hand, then both the play and the ante wagers lose as well, and the bets are taken. However, the pair plus is not affected by the dealer's hand, so if the player has a pair or better, then they'll still get paid for it. The ante bonus is similar to the pair plus in that these bets get paid regardless of the dealer's hand. So if the player gets a straight or better, then they'll get paid on the ante bonus even if the dealer's hand beats the player's hand and the ante loses. If the player's cards and the dealer's cards are exactly the same, then this is considered a tie and the ante and the play will push, meaning no money is exchanged and the player will get to keep their bet for another round. If the player has a pair or better, then the pair plus will still get paid, and the same goes for the ante bonus if the player has a straight or better. If all of the players fold, then they're allowed to see the dealer's hand before the dealer places it in the discard rack and starts a new hand. The reason why this is allowed is because casinos don't expect players to successfully count cards on a table that uses a shuffle machine after every hand. The odds for the game are typically the same. However, there are variations out there. So don't fret if your casino has different odds than the ones I'm posting now. For the ante bonus, if the player gets a straight, then they'll get paid 1-to-1 or even money. If they get a 3 of a kind, then the payout is 4-to-1. And if the player gets a straight flush, then they'll get paid 5-to-1. For the pair plus, if the player gets a pair, then they'll get paid 1-to-1 or even money. If they get a flush, then they'll get paid 3-to-1. However, remember when I said there were variations out there? Well, some casinos will pay you 4-to-1 on the flush. For a straight, you'll typically get paid 6-to-1. However, there are some casinos that will pay you 5-to-1 for this rank. The 3 of a kind pays 30-to-1. And a straight flush will get paid 40-to-1. But in Great Britain, it normally gets paid 35-to-1. In Great Britain, the house edge is 2.0%, with the house edge on the pair plus being 2.7%. This is due to the odds that Great Britain offers, with a 3 of a kind paying 33 to 1, a straight flush paying 35 to 1, a straight paying 6 to 1, and a flush paying 4 to 1. In Las Vegas, the house edge on the pair plus is 7.28%. This is due to the odds that Las Vegas has to offer, such as a straight flush paying 40 to 1, a 3 of a kind paying 30 to 1, a straight paying 6 to 1, and a flush paying 3 to 1. So, if you live in Great Britain and your friend is trying to convince you to travel to Las Vegas in order to play 3-card poker, then do yourself a favor and smack him upside the head and tell him, no, the odds are better here. When completing the take and pay procedure, the dealer will pick up the player's cards and spread them near the center of the table, next to the pair plus circle. Spread the cards far enough that the cameras can see them clearly. Pay the winning bets and take the losing bets, starting from the bet closest to the player and moving your way towards the dealer. For example, handle the play bet first, then the ante bonus, then the ante, and then the pair plus goes last. When paying the ante bonus, make sure to pay it before you pay the ante and heel off the winnings to the side. Once the take and pay procedure is complete, pick up the player's cards and place them in the discard rack before proceeding to the next hand. If any of your players get a 3 of a kind or higher, then you must notify the floor to get his approval before paying the player. Upon completion of a round, the dealer will remove all of the cards from the discard rack and perform a single deck shuffle for that house. Here is an example of a house shuffle. Riffle, strip, riffle. Then the dealer will place the deck of cards in the shuffle machine and the machine will spit out new cards, and that's when a new round will start. That does it for today's show. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments section below. What's the most money you've ever won on 3-card poker? Do you have any weird or crazy stories to share from your 3-card poker experience? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and thanks especially to our patrons at Patreon. If you want to help us keep making episodes like this, then please go to patreon.com/VegasAces to learn more.